Bonjour and welcome back to my channel. My name is Claude. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Tarot of Oppositions by Pierluca Zizzi and Michele D'Aloisio. Apologies if I butchered their names, I really am sorry about this. Now this is a tarot deck that I've had for a couple of months, and I've been familiarizing myself with it before I review it, as I always do. And I was very intrigued by the concept, and I must say it's not disappointed me. I'm enjoying using it. So it's all time-stamped in the description box below. If you want to just jump to the cards because I'm boring you, by all means do so. But let's start with the box. So this is a Los Caraballo deck, okay. It retails at $26.95 here. That's what it says on the box anyway. That's the bottom. There's the top and the sides. So on this side you've got the Queen of Wands, there's the Magician, and then there's the Hermit. And what I love is that when you open the box it shows you the shadow side of each card. So let me try and give it justice. So there's your Hermit with the shadow side, there's your Magician. It is your standard, Los Caraballo box, but I really like that they've done the same as on the cards. Because this is what this is about. This is about the light and shadow card, basically, the light and shadow sides of each card. So there you go, you've got your two part boxes, really nice as always. And then you have the card and the booklet. So I'm going to start with the booklet. So let me put the box right here and move the cards away. So this is your standard booklet for Los Caraballo. Well, my experience of it anyway. There's the spine. And when you open it, you've got the table of contents, which basically are the different languages it's available in. So English is page 5 and Italian starts at 55. So you get about 50 pages worth of content. And this was printed in September 2021, so about 9 months ago. Now I'm going to read you, that's the back of the cards, by the way, the design here. I'm going to read you this paragraph here because it explains the idea of this tarot deck, which I really like. So the opposing forces of the universal structure. The harmony of opposites. The Tarot of Oppositions allows you to observe two different aspects of each card at the same time. This is not an invitation to see these aspects as separate, perhaps as inevitably good or inevitably bad. Rather, it is an invitation to see the polarities inherent in each card as something harmonious that leads away from extremes and towards a balance. There is much to be learned from this harmony of opposites, both for the study of tarot in general and for interpretation. The meaning of a card changes as the focus moves from one polarity to another, while always staying within the boundaries of its own nature. All of this can be seamlessly integrated with traditional meanings as well. And so, I'm not going to read the whole thing because it will bore you, but this is the idea of it. And you have this page here interpreting light and shadow. When reading with the Tarot of Opposition, use both parts of its beautiful images, distinguishing whether they have been drawn with the positive or negative side dominant, or whether you need to make the polarities dialogue. And you have an example of a spread here. It's a 6-card spread, and obviously they explain how to do it. So the first card represents the past, the second represents the problem, 3 is resources, 4 is the future, 5 is inner growth, and 6 is outer growth. I've tried it, and it's kind of a nice spread actually, so I was quite happy to have something different from the, here's your 3-card spread and here's the Celtic cross. So I really enjoyed that, that kind of worked. Then you have a reading example with the cards in color, which was nice. And then you go straight into the meanings of the cards. So for each card you get about 3/4 of a page or 2/3 of a page, and you always have the positive and the negative, because the card has is halved basically. For the major arcana you get a little blurb before the positive and the negative, so you get that for all of the majors. And then when you move to the minors, you get slightly less because you don't have the little blurb, you just get the positive and the negative. And obviously it goes through all of the suits. and then it changes the language. So that's the booklet. It's very interesting. I enjoyed it. And then let's move on to the cards. So as per usual, you get, you know, your Los Carabeo thing, and then there's the title, Tarot of Opposition, which will make a really nice bookmark. Love the back of the cards. So the cards, they're your standard Los Carabeo, probably even better quality, I would say. And they are, they're shiny, but they're not overly glossy. I wouldn't say that they're very, very glossy. Normal, standard size deck, as you can tell with my hand. I've got average size hands. So that's really nice. There's handprints all over them because I put oils on my hand, I'm sorry. But there you go. So I'm going to show you both sides of each card every time. And I try not to bore you. So we start with the Fool. So you've got the top and the bottom. Then you have your Magician. So I personally really like this concept because I don't read reversal. I just take the light and the shadow side as I see fit, you know, as I'm getting the messages. So I've really enjoyed using it for my own practice. I'm going to start doing my readings online with them as well. That's the beautiful Empress. And I was dubious when I heard of it. I thought, I don't know, I'm not so sure, the Emperor. But it really works with how I read the cards, so I thought I'd share this with you. The Hierophant. Obviously you can use it with reversal, because as you can see with the back of the card, there's no problem with that. So if you read reversals, that works as well. And the Lovers. The Chariot. Now I particularly like the Chariot because, you know, this is movement forward, and in the reversal he's not even looking forward, so I thought that was really cool. Strength. The Hermit, which we saw on the box as well. The Wheel. Justice. The Hangman. Death. Temperance. The Devil. The Tower. The Star. I think that's very pretty. And I also like the reverse, the idea that you're pouring it back, or taking it, should I say, taking it. The Moon. I also really like the Moon. I think they've done a great job with that. And the Sun as well. You see? So yeah, I really enjoy that. I think that's very, very nice. And Judgment. And finally, for the Major Arcana, the World. So that's your majors, and I think they've done a great job with it. And we then move on to the Cups cards. Now, all aces have the suit in the middle with a hand grabbing it from the top and a grab from the bottom. So that's the Ace of Cups. And Two of Cups. Three. I hope I'm not going too fast. If I am, just pause it. Four of Cups. Five. And you see, I have to speak about this because 5 to me as a tarot reader is change. And change can either be challenging if you resist it, or it can be positive if you welcome it. And the 5 of Cups is very often always interpreted as, you know, a bad emotional challenge, something that makes you sad, which is the shadow side of it. But it can be an emotional change for the better. And I love how this tarot deck really paints this nicely. It really works, well, for me anyway, on how I read. And I think it'd be very good for a beginner as well. 6 of Cups. You know, beginner reader, to enable them to think about the light and the darkness of each card. The 7 of Cups. 8 of Cups. I have to talk about the 8 of Cups, I'm sorry, because you see, I always say the 8 of Cups is an empowering card because you're walking away from what no longer serves you, but I always say that this is not an easy energy because you have to face up to what no longer serves you, and you see it there. I just love it. I think it's a really, really nicely made deck. 9 of Cups. The 10 of Cups. And then we move on to the court card. So you got the Page of Cups here, and the dark one, the Knight of Cups, now I like the artwork as well. I think it's modern but not overly, so it works for me, and it's not garish. I'm not keen on garish colors. The King of Cups. And you see this king here in the darker side, how he can manipulate people emotionally. I love that. I think it really shows you how being in control of your emotions can also give you the power to manipulate others' emotions. I thought that was very nice. Okay, Pentacles. So as I said, the Ace is always a hand grabbing up and grabbing down. The 2 of Pentacles. 3, 4, and again the 4 of Pentacles, sorry, gets a bad rep. It's always about, oh, someone who's selfish, someone who's hoarding, who doesn't want to let go of their coins. Well, you know, 4 is stability and strong foundation. It can also represent savings. It can be a positive card, and I really think this deck shows that nicely. 5 of Pentacles. 6, the 7 of Pentacles, 8, 9 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles. And in the court cards, so we have the Page of Pentacles, the Knight, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King. Okay, we then move on to the Wands. So there's your wand with the 2 hands. 2 of Wands. 3 of Wands. 4 of Wands. The 5 of Wands. Six of Wands. I really think it's an easy to interpret deck. Do let me know in the comment box below what you think, if you've heard of it, if you're thinking of buying it. 7 of Wands. But I do find it very easy to read with. 8 of Wands. which is nice to have something other than just 8 wands. 9 of wands. And the 10 of wands. We move on to the court cards. So you've got your page of wands, the Knight of Wands, looking fabulous, the Queen of Wands, she was on the box too, she's very pretty, the King of Wands, and then we're moving on to swords. So that's the sword that's being grabbed from both sides, the Two of Swords, Three of Swords. Again, always Three of Swords gets a bad rep with the Rider-Waite-Smith interpretations of heartache and so on, when actually if you look at meanings for the Tarot de Marseille, 3 is anyway growth and expansion, and it's a mental breakthrough. So it can be actually very positive, which this shows, so I'm happy with that. Four of Swords, Five of Swords. Again, this shows you the victory, and this shows you the people who normally are in the background in Rider-Waite who have lost. So that's an interesting one too. Six of Swords, Seven of Swords, so the strategic card. Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords. Again, you see the Rider-Waite-Smith, it's always the negativity and the being so worried and stressed, whereas here the swords are looking away. I really like that. And then the Ten of Swords. I think they've done a great job with that, with the sword suits. So there's your Page of Swords. The Knight of Swords. The Queen of Swords, who doesn't look mean, that's nice. I do like the Queen of Swords. And finally the last card, the King of Swords. So that's all the cards. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this deck. I think it's very nice, it's very well made. I'm very impressed by it. As I said, I had my reservations, but I'm very impressed by it. I think it's very easy to read. It really shows you that all cards have, you know, negative and positive sides, and that it really enriches your readings when you look at both. And I think the box is super cool. I think the artwork is really nice. It's good quality. So yeah, I really recommend it. Now do let me know in the comment box below if you have it, or if you've heard of it, or if my review helped you in any ways and, you know, made up your mind. But I love this, and you're going to be seeing this in my readings on my channel most definitely. So thank you for stopping by as always and choosing to spend some time with me. I really appreciate it. I wish you a wonderful day whenever you see this, and I'll see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.